Hello, how are you? Welcome to your community, AstrodigitalMendoza. I truly hope you are doing well at this moment, and I also hope that in this tarot reading, you find the answers you've been seeking. First of all, I want to thank you for being here and being part of this community of growth and expansion of consciousness. I also want to tell you that, as always, I have prepared your special reading, where we will connect with your guides and reveal in detail what energies are coming into your life. So, let's give energy to these cards and start clarifying each one of these tarot enigmas. Remember, if you like these readings, you can click that like button, and you can also subscribe to this channel. So, connecting with your energies, let's begin. Your first card is the Wheel of Fortune. You also have the card of Justice, and this card of the Seven of Wands. Therefore, your reading goes as follows. The colors in your reading are violet, red, and fuchsia. You also have your power numerology, number 11, number 22, number 34, and number 0. You also have someone thinking about you right now. Libra appears, Gemini appears, and also a person from Aries. They are also telling me to mention the channeled letters from this person who is thinking about you, the letter G, the letter F, and the letter O. Finally, you have your words of power. With the card of the Wheel of Fortune, we are talking about a stroke of luck. With the card of Justice, I am being told to say positive legal response. And finally, with the card of the Seven of Wands, they tell me to say resolution of a problem or conflict. Well, this is how we start your reading. Now, let's draw more cards from your tarot and start clarifying each of these energies. You have, at this moment, the card of the Star, and you also have this card of the Knight of Pentacles. The card of the Star makes me feel that at this moment, you have great hope, and the card of the Knight of Pentacles tells me that the universe is currently processing your prayer or your request. This card is very much oriented towards financial or monetary surprises. If you are currently trying to manifest some type of money or fortune, this card predicts that within 7 days, you will receive some kind of news regarding this money or treasure that you want to receive at this moment. The card of the Star also tells you to please keep your faith. If you allow your faith to diminish because you think you won't receive this great surprise from the universe, of course, that channel connecting you to manifestation will be hindered. If you strive to maintain an unshakable, strong, and stable faith despite the circumstances you may be facing at this moment, the universe will certainly help you manifest this great treasure with greater intensity. Well, let's continue with your reading. What other cards do you have at this moment? You have the card of the Five of Pentacles and also the card of the Eight of Cups. Perhaps, at this moment, your life is not 100% easy. You have many challenges from a personal, financial, or family perspective, and the card of the Five of Pentacles may mean that sometimes you feel tired or weary, and at times, you might feel like throwing in the towel. I feel that your reading is telling you that perhaps you are going through a test of faith right now, and again, your reading is insisting that you please do not give up. The card of the Eight of Cups makes me feel that you recently made a decision, and in some cases, you decided to distance yourself from a place, a person, or an energy. And of course, at this moment, you are in a transitional phase. These transitions may be complicated because you are not finding the answers you are looking for, or perhaps everything around you at this moment may turn into chaos. I feel that, indeed, you are stepping out of your comfort zone at this moment, and your reading tells you that it is very important to see everything that comes as potential. It is possible that, at this moment, that potential is a bit abstract or ambiguous, but surely you will be the force that will tame that potential and shape the things you want to materialize in your life. Well, let's continue with your reading. You have the card of Major Arcana number 15 and also the card of the Three of Wands. The card of Major Arcana number May 15th signify that you are dealing with someone who is pretending. Perhaps someone is playing the victim. Perhaps someone is using you And I feel that the underlying message of this reading tells me that you are currently carrying other people's burdens. Or perhaps someone right now does not want to take any responsibility. The card of the Three of Wands at this moment makes me feel some kind of codependent relationship. Perhaps someone depends too much on you, or in some particular cases, you depend too much on another person, and here your reading tells you that it is very important to break this type of codependence. This card of the Three of Wands also suggests that the universe has a vacation or a leisure trip planned for you. If you have been asking for a break or some time for yourself, this card tells me that you will soon be traveling. An unexpected trip will occur, in some cases a vacation, or I also feel that you will visit an old friend from childhood, especially if we are talking about Aries or a person from Leo. Well, let's continue with your reading. You have the card of the Three of Pentacles and also the card of the Nine of Pentacles. I feel that you have had some idea lately, and you are unsure whether it is the right time to act or simply let go of this project or thought. The card of the Three of Pentacles is a work card, especially a teamwork card. So, this is the time to partner with others to start working on your dreams. This card is also a card of empiricism and pragmatism. So, your reading invites you to start small at this moment. It's always important to dream big, but it's also very important to move forward step by step. If you are stepping out of your comfort zone and learning new things, it's better to advance with baby steps initially so that you don't crash into reality because perhaps, at this moment, you are not 100% ready to do so. The card of the Nine of Pentacles tells me that your future holds much wealth. I feel that soon you will make an excellent investment, perhaps buying an apartment or a house. But what matters is not whether you buy something material. What matters is that you will have the money to buy whatever you want. Well, let's continue with your reading. What other cards do you have at this moment? You have the card of Minor Arcana 7 of Swords and also the card of Minor Arcana 6 of Wands. The card of the Seven of Swords tells me that someone recently left your life. I feel that you celebrated when that person left, but the issue is that perhaps, at this very moment, there is an unresolved matter between the two of you. The card of the Six of Wands tells me that you will come out completely victorious from this meeting or encounter. However, I feel that this encounter will not be 100% pleasant for you, but you will finally conclude this matter that has been somewhat stuck with this person. Well, let's continue with your reading. You have the card of the Six of Swords and also the card of the Eight of Swords. The card of the Six of Swords tells me that you have been thinking about making a change. You are thinking about changing your energy, habits, or place, and this card tells you to do what gives you expansion, growth, and happiness. The card of the Eight of Swords may signify that you have been feeling quite sad lately, or in some cases, you may feel stressed. I feel that at this moment, some force or power has been holding you back. This card tells you to seek your freedom and happiness. You are a being of light. You are a being of expansion. So, you cannot allow others to dim your light or restrict your growth. Well, let's continue with your reading. You have the card of the Ten of Swords and also the card of the Five of Swords. I feel that this card tells you that it's time to leave behind emotional burdens. These cards are associated with swords, and swords usually speak of your thoughts. But here I feel that, of course, when your emotions are positive, your thoughts are positive, and vice versa. When your thoughts are negative, your emotions are also negative. I feel that the universe is telling you that you need to be in a place where your thoughts and emotions are positive. So, if you are currently with someone who lies or deceives you, you really need to question whether this person is your twin flame or if this person truly wants to see you happy. Well, let's continue with your reading. You have the card of the Sun and also the card of the Two of Pentacles. The card of the Sun speaks to me at this moment of new energies and projects. I feel that you are completely ready to lead a project. This card always appears when all eyes are on you, and I feel that you will shine for your strength, determination, entrepreneurship, and initiative. The card of the Two of Pentacles makes me feel that something is holding you back at this moment. Perhaps someone is holding you back, or in some cases, I feel that an energy from the past is holding you back. Perhaps you had some failure in the past, or you made some mistake in the past, and your reading tells you that it's time to leave these mistakes and energies behind and open yourself up to the new opportunities the universe is sending you with this card of the Sun. I feel that divinity at this moment is telling you that it wants to see you happy, enjoying life, and smiling. So, if you have had many restrictions, worries, and a lot of stress lately, it's time to create new spaces in your life where you can enjoy, laugh, and be with people who truly share your energies and feel a sense of happiness and expansion. Well, let's continue with your reading. You have the card of the Four of Cups and also the card of the Knight of Swords. At this moment, with the card of the Knight of Swords, I feel that an opportunity is quickly coming your way. But here I feel that this is happening too fast. Perhaps someone will make you a golden proposition, but there's a catch. The card of the Four of Cups may signify that you had been trying to manifest something, but something doesn't convince you, or simply, someone's words trying to sell you something are not 100% genuine. I feel that there is some kind of alert or warning your intuition is sending you, and your reading, of course, tells you that if something doesn't convince you, it's time to wait until you have all the information and make a decision based on facts, not emotions. Well, let's continue with your reading. You have the card of the Three of Swords and also the card of the Chariot. I feel that you are moving forward at this moment, and that basically means two things. You are disconnecting from past energies, but at the same time, new energies are coming into your life. The card of the Three of Swords makes me feel that one of the things you are leaving behind has a name and a face. Perhaps you were dealing with a deceitful person, someone who is 100% dishonest, because this card is quite strong and indicates that someone broke your heart. The card of the Chariot makes me feel that you are reinventing yourself at this moment. It's not 100% easy because perhaps, at this moment, your heart still hurts, but I feel that you have the will to move forward. This card always represents your power, your progress, and the fact that you are the architect of your own happiness. This card also speaks of responsibility, and what it tells you is to take your own happiness very seriously. Well, let's continue with your reading. You have the card of the Ten of Pentacles and also the energy of the King of Swords. I feel that you are speaking firmly and loudly at this moment. Before, some people were not listening to you, but these people will listen to you again. The power of your words is growing, your communication energy is increasing, and I feel that this is quite positive because communication appears here as a tool for your success. The card of the Ten of Pentacles tells me that communication with your special person and especially with your family will improve in the coming weeks, especially if we are talking about someone from Aquarius, Virgo, or Capricorn. Here we are talking about difficult conversations, but also about conversations that are 100% necessary. In some cases, this reading tells me that it's better to deal with a difficult conversation for a moment than to regret it for the rest of your life. Well, let's continue with your reading. You have the card of the Hermit and also the card of the Queen of Swords. The card of the Queen of Swords signifies someone who talks a lot. Perhaps someone is trying to manipulate you or entangle you at this moment. But the card of the Hermit tells me that you not only have your experiences and intelligence, but you also have the wisdom of your ancestors. This card of the Hermit tells me that you are completely ready to face someone, especially if that person is from the past, and especially if we are talking about Libra or Gemini. I feel with this card of the Hermit that your path to recovery and healing has been quite extensive, but at the same time, it has been quite effective. Perhaps before, you couldn't imagine living your life without someone, and now you can simply do whatever you want without any control from a person who is by your side. Well, let's continue with your reading. What other cards do you have at this moment? You have the card of the Five of Cups and also the card of the Four of Pentacles. The card of the Five of Cups makes me feel that you are freeing yourself from someone or something at this moment. Initially, the Five of Cups may represent some pain or nostalgia, but certainly, I see a number of sacrifices you are making to turn your life into a much better experience. The card of the Four of Pentacles precisely refers to this, to an attachment, to holding on to something in your life when you should really let go of this energy. Well, I feel again that you are in a transitional period at this moment. It's not completely easy, but I feel that the universe is truly supporting you in this process of transition. Your reading also tells me that you will receive celestial support, especially from someone from Capricorn, or it also tells me to mention someone from Taurus. Well, let's continue with your reading. You have the card of the Empress. This is Major Arcana number 3, and you also have the card of the Ace of Swords. The card of the Empress tells me that you are currently being protected by divinity, and I refer to a feminine figure because I feel here that a maternal energy is covering your aura and, of course, protecting you. I feel that a feminine figure is praying for you right now, and this prayer is reaching your energy in a 100% telepathic way. Your reading tells me to mention a woman of any sign, but especially Pisces or Scorpio. The card of the Ace of Swords, in this sense, may mean that suddenly someone far away from you comes to mind, and this means that this person is certainly thinking of you right now. On the other hand, the card of the Ace of Swords may signify some kind of signal the universe is sending you. I feel that the universe will communicate with you in a rather abstract way. It tells me to mention an old means of communication, such as radio or television. I feel that you will see a very important message, especially next Friday or Saturday. Okay, well, let's continue with your reading. What other cards do you have at this moment? You have the card of the Page of Wands and also the card of Judgment. The card of the Page of Wands tells me to mention some kind of metamorphosis. It is actually giving you an example. You can visualize right now how a snake sheds its skin, and I feel that your reading is telling you that a quantum leap is coming in your life, where you will no longer be who you were before. With this card of the Page of Wands, I feel that you will soon travel to distant lands, far from where you are currently residing, and the card of Judgment, of course, in this case, predicts a 180-degree life change. This card may also signify that if you stay in the same place where you are right now, you will leave behind an old version of yourself and become a 100% different person. When the card of Judgment appears this way, it means that one stage has come to an end, and it is time to start a 100% different stage. Here we are not talking about a plan you made before, but about a plan that the universe has 100% prepared for you. So don't worry if things start to get a little hectic soon, because I feel that this is clearly a sign that the universe is starting a very drastic change in your life. Well, let's continue with your reading. You have the card of the King of Cups and also the card of the Seven of Pentacles. The card of the King of Cups speaks to me in this case of someone 100% new who will enter your life. I feel that this card speaks of any zodiac sign, but especially Pisces, Aquarius, or Cancer. The card of the Seven of Pentacles may signify that love is not your priority at this moment, and I feel that this is with good reason because this card may indicate that the universe is sending you opportunities, especially connected to your material plane. Here we are talking about projects, work, and, in some cases, money. So, I feel that the path you will take depends on you at this moment, but here the universe is placing two alternatives before you. Okay, well, let's continue with your reading. You have the card of the Four of Wands and also the card of the Moon. The card of the Four of Wands tells me that it is time to be happy, to celebrate, to be a 100% grateful person, and also to thank the universe for the little things in life. The card of the Four of Wands signifies at this moment that someone cares about you, someone values you, Someone has many feelings for you, and in some cases, they have already revealed this to you. But I also feel that soon a 100% unexpected confession is coming. The card of the moon, in this case, may signify exactly that: secrets or some kind of information that hadn't surfaced, and suddenly here, there is a 100% unexpected confession. The card of the moon tells me at this moment that during the next new moon, a rebirth will occur from the perspective of love, and this may imply a confession, especially from Aries and a person from Cancer. Well, let's continue with your reading. You have the card of the Knight of Cups and also the card of the King of Wands. The card of the Knight of Cups represents movement, represents energy, especially from an emotional standpoint. I feel you at this moment with a rather flattering energy, with a flirtatious energy. Perhaps someone is catching your attention at this moment, and right now, you both are having some kind of conversation. The card of the King of Wands at this moment is staring at the card of the Knight of Cups, and I feel that two people, in a completely unexpected way, are going to start connecting. Now, here you have to be very careful because these archetypical cards do not have good compatibility. The card of the Knight of Cups may represent someone quite emotional, a very sensitive person, and on the other hand, the card of the King of Wands may signify someone quite insensitive or a person who does not have time at this moment. So, according to this card, it is very important to understand the other person's priorities before involving romantic feelings. Well, let's continue with your reading. You have the card of the Four of Swords and also the card of the Emperor. Your reading tells you that at this moment, you have a lot of power and strength to start making important decisions in your life without considering any kind of drama. This card makes me feel that at this moment, you're dealing with a very dramatic person, someone who invents problems where there are none, and your role here with the card of the Emperor is to remain 100% immune to these types of emotions and provocations. The card of the Four of Swords is a card of rest, a card of meditation. I feel that this card is inviting you to count to 10 before giving a response that may initially be somewhat impulsive, because remember that the Emperor in his position has to deal with many people. He has to deal with the Empress, with the kings, with the queens, with the pages, and so on, covering all the energies of the tarot. So, sometimes the Emperor may feel a bit overwhelmed and may have the tendency to respond impulsively. In this case, again, your reading with this card of the Four of Swords invites you to calm down, meditate, and avoid impulsive responses that may harm you in the future. Well, let's continue with your reading. What other cards do you have at this moment? You have the card of the Nine of Wands and also the card of the Ten of Wands. These two cards represent the most burdens in the entire tarot. I feel that your reading is insisting that this is the precise moment to set 100% healthy boundaries. I see here that you have recently been carrying all your responsibilities and, in addition, you are carrying the responsibilities of others and you end up 100% stressed, 100% exhausted, and with a lot of energy depletion. I feel that you are a strong, resilient person, but you cannot become a martyr from a responsibility standpoint. In that sense, it's time to organize. It's time to put some people who don't want to cooperate in their place. It's time to hold clarifying meetings. It's time to present your point of view from a position of power and leadership. Well, let's continue with your reading. You have the card of the Page of Swords and also the card of the Queen of Wands. The card of the Page of Swords makes me happy because it speaks of new projects, new creativity, new ideas coming into your life. I feel that your reading invites you to step out of your comfort zone, but from the perspective of your routines or from the perspective of monotony. I feel that if you have felt lethargic or sluggish lately, this is the moment to challenge all the norms. It's the moment to learn new things. It's the moment to do 100% unplanned things. It's the moment to surprise yourself and also to let the universe surprise you. The card of the Queen of Wands in this context may simply signify a friend, a companion, or a partner. Here we are talking about someone who can accompany you in this series of changes you are going to make. And perhaps here we are talking, for example, about a study partner, a dance partner, a travel partner, someone who can accompany you on many adventures without causing any problems. I'm being told to mention any sign of the tarot, but it insists that for this specific message, I mention Leo or Sagittarius because here we are talking about fire signs, and fire signs usually love adventure. Well, that's your reading for today. Thank you so much for being here with me, revealing all these tarot secrets. That's all for today. So, as always, I invite you, if you like these readings, to click that like button, and you can also subscribe to this channel. Let's close your video. I hope you have an excellent day full of blessings, full of manifestations, and full of joy. And surely, as always, we will see each other in your next reading.